Hi everyone, it's Carla here from the Paint Me Vintage workshop in Tauranga, New Zealand. We're getting in a new product and I just had to have a play with it and I really am excited about it. It's an English product called Flitter Glue and Flakes, and here's some of the flakes here. It's a product that you can use with your IOD stamps and create gilded images, which I think are going to be awesome for little decor projects. That's what I'm going to use it on today. But they would also be really good for furniture pieces as well. So to be able to use some of your stamps and get beautiful gilded images. So I'm going to have a play with it. I've just done a book here, so an altered book, which I've painted in our Voodoo Molly Vintage paint, and I've put some clay made little mouldings on it as well, but I've left this one blank because I knew I really wanted to try the mega flakes that are on it. So here we go. I'm just going to pull the camera down and you can see what I'm doing. So I have a little kit here, and in my kit you get some glue, you get some flakes, and you can get these in all different colours as well. You get this special little two covered sponge, which I've already cut a piece out for what we're going to do today, and this other little sponge and this little spatula thingy, and then it's all in a plastic container, and you'll see what we use that for as well. So first thing, I'm going to get my little sponge ready. So I've just cut a piece off, and then I'm going to, this has a little opener nozzle, put about a teaspoon or so of the glue onto my sponge, and then I'm just going to use my spatula to work it in to my little sponge. I have actually cut off a very small piece, so you could probably cut off a bigger piece if you wanted to. So I'm just working it into my sponge. And what's this creating is a little stamp pad with the glue in it for the project I'm going to do. So you've got several bits of it because you will make up one of these each time that you need to use it. So this will be for all today's projects. Cool. And I'll just pop that aside so that's ready. Close up my glue. Cool. It just comes in this little container. And then I'm going to choose my stamp. So I've got all my beautiful decor stamps here. And this image here, not this image, this is where I want to put my image. So let me just have a wee look. This is the one I had thought of. This stamp is called Signage 2. So pop that aside. Oops. And I thought it would be quite nice to take that big image with all its detail off and pop that on the front of my book. And the gilding I've got is called Winter Dawn, so it's kind of like silver with a little wee touch of gold. Rightio. So I'm just going to pop that aside. I'm not too sure how flat is that going to fit. Oh, it's only just going to fit. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, see the end of it sticking off, so I'm just going to do this top round part of it because I think that it would look really cool on there. Now, normally I would stick that onto one of these acrylic blocks to stamp down, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't think my book is very flat. It's a very old book. So if you have something that you're wanting to stamp that isn't flat, here's a wee trick. You can take one of the backing sheets of plastic that you get in your pack, stick it onto the back of that, and then of course when you glue or when you stick that down, you can just tickle the back and it can go over a piece that isn't flat. So that's what we're going to use. Right, so that's all ready to go, and I know I can't use all of it. There's a little bit of stamps come off there. So what I'm going to do is, with my little stamp pad that we just prepared, I'm just going to stamp on to the back of my stamp, the bit that's going to go down into my piece. Then I'm just going to be very careful. I'm just going to not go all the way down, and you can't see it, you just have to trust that there's a nice little glue layer going onto there, and that will remain tacky, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Then what I'm going to do is going to open up my flakes, and they kind of look like lots of little bits of tinfoil, really fine. So you want to do this. I've got all the doors closed today. You want to do it somewhere, don't sneeze, and with no wind. So what I'm going to do is just get my book back here, stamp my image down, get it kind of central where I want it. There, yep. Just tickle the back of it. You don't have to press hard. You just want a little bit of that glue on there, and take that right up. Cool. And then I'm going to take that straight off, and then I've got a bucket of cold water over here because you don't want all that glue to solidify on there, and you can kind of see it on there. You want to touch it because you can hardly see. Rightio, and then just going to take my flakes here, and I'm going to kind of tip them over my piece, and they'll start sticking to the image. And this is why, I'm just going to turn that around, it's good to have a few trays like this. So now I'm just going to kind of rub it in, just very gently, the palm of my hand or the fingers on my hand, so that it sticks to everything. And then I want to collect all those extra bits because I'll use those some other time on another project. So now just rub it. I hope you can see this. I'll try and turn around a little bit. Rub it gently with the palm of your hand or your fingers, just to get all those extra bits off, and you can start to see the image come up, and it kind of crumbles a little bit. I'm just going to pop the lid on that container so I don't send that flying. Just rubbing it until you've got all the extra off, and it doesn't look too exciting yet. I'll just show you. Kind of looks like that. So then you get this other little wee spongy bit here, and you kind of burnish it off. So rub it, and that is when the magic appears. Okay, wow, this is so cool. You can kind of see there now. See how the top detail is coming up? I hope you can see that. I'll do that a little bit more. And this is burnishing it. So you're taking kind of all the excess off, and it's creating like a little metallic dust and going off into my pan. And this is quite rough, so it's kind of, I don't know, kind of sanding it. So pretty. I think I've done enough there. Just make sure I've got all the excess off. Oops. Cool. And then keep all that dust for later on. So there you go. I might just move this a little bit up. I hope you can see the detail that's come up. It's a very fine picture of gilding made from the stamp. So another great way to be able to use the stamps.